I have been asked on several occasions, what are the signs of thinning hair or hair loss? Well, here, let me begin with the thinning hair version. There are a lot of women as they get older have something called cotton candy hair. And what that is where the shaft of your hair is really thin and very, has no body to it. And that's why a lot of these women love when they get their hair colored, because it pumps up the cuticle. It's very short-lived though, because the hair goes back to what the natural state is. And cotton candy hair is usually very dry and very flat. Not the best hair in the world to style and to work with, because it doesn't stay. And it gets progressively worse as you get older. Hair thinning, hair loss, may be a combination of two things. If you can see your scalp, or your scalp is very transparent in and with your hairstyle, chances are that your hair is starting to change, which half of women over 50, that's what ends up happening. Some of us it bothers, and others of us it does not. If your hair is thinning and or have hair loss, and you see your scalp and that bothers you, then the next level of questions is going to be, what kind of hair loss do you have? Is it temporary? Is it permanent? How old are you? How have you been wearing your hair? And can you live with it? If you can't, that's where people like myself come in and say, okay, these are all your options. This is what you can do. And in many cases, like I was flying from Chicago to New York over the weekend because we did an event, and this airline stewardess, her part was a good 2.5 inches wide. Now, of course, I'm in the business, so I'm paying attention to that, but it was major obvious. It was on top of her, it was very short, and the rest of her hair looked really okay, except for that part area. So I probably would have recommended that she change her hairstyle so that that's not so obvious. And when your scalp is shiny with thinning hair or hair loss, chances are that the hair is not going to come back. And shiny, I mean when the light hits, there's a nice little glare to it. So these are just some simple things to pay attention to. I know a lot of women don't want a lot of hair, and in many instances, the fact that their hair has thinned out a little bit is not a big deal. But if it's thinned out more than 50% and you're only in your 50s, chances are it's going to thin out a little bit more as you get older, and you just have to decide if it bothers you enough that you want to fix it. And if so, how much time, money, and energy you want to put in that. Hope that helps.